Greetings, family. Greetings to every one of us. Hope we are all doing great today. Yes, it is another very brilliant, sunny, fruitful, glorious day for you and I to circle around Abel YAHUAH'S eternal blessed throne and to just get our spirit, soul, body filled, loaded with the eternal divine word of Abel YAHUAH. Like you know already, this is what we always do in this holy set apart platform to honor heaven and to tell it just the way it is. Are we ready to do that, to look into another wonderful topic? Abel YAHUAH also brought today to our way, or rather to our spirit. I may I speak to the elect. Are we ready to do that, family? Because they are the reason we speak and we talk for their sake. Many are called, but only few is choosing. And that is the very one we are in search of. In any segment we pass out, or rather be what gave unto us not to pass out, we are in search of the elect. They are the mind of Abel YAHUAH, people so dear to his heart. Yes, the very apples of his eyes. The very blessed nation. That is the people Abel YAHUAH has chosen. So we are in need of them. We are in search of them in every segment Abel YAHUAH pass out through us. That is speaking the truth. Alright? So family, with this being said, with one accord, let us look into what Abel YAHUAH have for you and I today. Thank you, Abel, because your truth can never be shut down. No matter what, your truth must be spread abroad. Yes, it can never be shut down. Yes, because you assign us. Because you said in these last days, your sons and your daughters, they're going to be on this feed, telling it just the way it is. And people is trying to shut us down. And people is trying to hide your truth. Abel YAHUAH, you see them. You see them. I'm not speaking with hate, but I'm just telling it the way it is. You see them all. I report them unto you. Yes, you are the great judge of it all. You will call them to give account for this evil they have done to your truth. Thank you, Abba. And that this will also go and touch the very elect, the souls. You are also in need of it, because you said in your word the day one sinner will repent, heaven rejoice, and the angels celebrate. They just party. And they are the reason why we are here to also cut one fish today, to the glory of your holy mighty name. Thank you, Abba. Bless your holy mighty name. Thank you for giving your word, and also thank you for giving your spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, our divine teacher. To you be all glory eternal. Hallelujah. Love you, Abba. Thank you, Abba. All right, now, family, with this being said, here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abel YAHUAH with this powerful message started for you and I, blasphemer Abel, Damina, i.e., if believers die in sin and go to hell, God follow them to hell and make it heaven. Horrible sinda yaba. Horrible skilimahan talabo sendelebo. Oh, now. Yes, this is the title. Now I want to put scriptures. Why am I saying all these things I was saying? The very video I did, I think on the Shabbat, yes, of course on the Shabbat, YouTube removed that video. The agent of this bar went to go and report that video, and they take it down. They want to silence the truth. They said for copyright reason and hate speech. That is a hate speech. Christians want to turn us into zombie, to begin to do it just the way they are also doing it. That when you are telling the truth, they will say it is hate. How does this relate to hate? You perverting our book, you spoiling out the word of the cross, and twisting the scripture. Now someone, I bet you want to review some or reveal it unto me, or rather found it. Yes, I can also call it a revelation because he want me to speak about that. Now finding that video and I begin to expose you, passing it out just the way it is. Your agent went to go and report me to the YouTube, and then I take that video down because you want to silence the truth. Well, are you able to fight Abel Yahuwah? Not at all, because he said everything is made for his own use. Revelation chapter 4 verses 11 says so. Even Proverbs chapter 16 verses 4 says so. Psalm 24 says so. That every single thing is made for Abel Yahuwah's use. You want to silence the truth? When they listen to that video, it was completely expose. I did 4 videos, only that one they took down with the same content in every other 3, but they didn't call that one copyright or whatever. Only this one. What was the video that took down? Let me prove that. Let me show it unto you before we start putting scripture. They are trying to hide the truth. Oh no, they are trying to hide the truth from the believer that listen to that video. When the agent of this man listened to that video, they know it was completely mind-blowing. And I said, no, this one can't go. It can't go far. We need to take it down. And they did. Let me put that video for you. Yes, there's a video that took down. This very one. You see, removed. This very one. There's the video I did last Shabbat. You see the title. They said somebody complained for copyright and a hate speech. So let me tell you, the same video I use on this. This is also Abel. The same video I use on this. And the same video I use on this. You get all 3? 1, 2, 3. Then they removed the 4th one. Because that 4th one did a lot of damages to the camp of Jesus Christ and his liar. You see, removed. Let me show you also what they sent to me. You cannot hide the truth. No, you can't. Simply not hide the truth. But they said I should make my application. Says submit an application. So there's the video. Okay, yeah, the video is even here. I look and view it. Okay, no other person is out of my YouTube channel. Okay, you see they even blocked it. Okay, let me show you. I can't go further there. Where's the other part? Okay, violation. You see, removed. Okay, and they said the reason why they could blocked me. It is the very first time this is taking place. They said, look at it, community, whatever. They say warning. There's that part. Okay, there's the message they sent to me. It is the very over almost 9 years now. I'm being YouTube. You see, your content was removed due to a violation of our community, whatever guidelines. Because it is the first time. This is just a warning. If it happen again, your channel will get a strike, and you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week, because they said it's a warning. Let's check that video. They remove it, though I use the same content for every other 3. So this one really was fire on the Abel's head. Anyway, we want to do another one today, so I'm not going to be playing that video. I wanted to also play it. I don't think I will do that. Okay, I will just use my mouth to say it. If you listen, if you want to know this video I'm about to do, you can go and listen to it. It's over there in the, let me see the title. All right, the title is over here. Link of fire. Okay, this is the one that took down. Okay, let me check for the other title. Okay, native daughter Abel Damina, the broad and wide with, okay, minister, believer can never go to wherever. So you can see the video over there, but I'm not going to be playing it. If you also want to hear the video, here's the title, the one I wanted to use, picked from, whereby he said, okay, the other one, look at this, he can never take a man to hell, Sin don't take nobody to hell. Actually, that's what he said. And the other one I wanted to play because our subject should have been taken from here. He said the believer can never go to hell. That when believer goes to hell, God is going to descend down, okay, follow them to hell, and turn link of fire into heaven. And that is complete blasphemy. This is not a hate speech. Rather, it is to expose the deceiver. Isn't the word also engaged when somebody is lying and lies to people, to defraud them, okay, to mislead them? Isn't the word engaged that, or the word also conduct that somebody can be lying to person, deceiving person, misleading person, twisting whatsoever they feel like using in misleading person? Is the word not engaged that? Actually, that's what we are doing here. So the agent of this demonic man be doing a lot of expose, using their content, using their video against them for a better understanding for the listener. Okay, no one has ever, no one. You see, they say it's the very first time for almost 9 good years. Okay, for 8 years plus. Now I'm counting 9 years being on YouTube. It has never, it has never happened. This is the first time they say it's just a one if I try it again. They want to silence the truth. Nevertheless, so that is where I'm going to be speaking from. That if believers go to hell, their God is going to descend into hell and throw hellfire into heaven. So let's put scriptures in that. You can't silence the truth. You are just too small. No, you are just too small to fight against Yahuwah. All right, but he makes everything for his own use. Psalm 24 says so. Revelation 4:11 says so. Proverbs 16:40 verses 4 says so. You want to silence us? Okay. I know this is also in the court of law when when you pervert someone's content, you can also be sued for that. You can also go in for that. But these people, they are perverting the book, the Bible, and yet they want to silence us, not to speak about that. All right now, but you are too small. Heaven is coming down to you. Rather, you are the one to be silent. You can't silence the word of Abel. No, you are too small. Rather, Abel is going to finish you and your entire generation. Listen, I want to take our journey from here. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. He that is spiritual, how are you going to be spiritual? That is going to be a spiritual-minded person. That is going to be diving into every truth or things of Abba Yahuwah and tell it just the way it is. It is an assignment for a true believer that is filled with the Ruach HaKodesh, whom you call the Holy Spirit, to speak, to judge every wicked spirit. Not that you are judging that person, but you are judging the weakest demon that resident in that person and exposing that same demon at the same time. Because this is another gospel. And we see the Apostle Shah, who led a cause. That you are on that course. If you dare, come with another gospel. You saying that God will descend into the link of fire, or rather hell, to go and turn into heaven. There is no such at all. You pervert. That is perverting the book. That is twisting the book. That is misleading. That is deception, deceiving people. Just to let them hear what their issues ears want to hear. Just to mislead them into the broad, wide way. Just to let them to be completely lukewarm, not to even strive to enter through the narrow gate, whereby all the apostles keep warning every single one that want to inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah heavy to strive against sin. Even the biblical Messiah even warned us and make us know we must strive. We must, I think Luke chapter 13 verses 24 says so. It says strive to enter through the narrow way. It says for many will even try to do, but they will not find that narrow way. Only few will find it. And here this agent wolves in sheep clothing are just misleading, packing people to the broad way, and we are trying to speak and they want to silence the truth. But you wait. I just put it as a witness against you because they reported my channel for hate speech and for violation. I know that was his video that I used. I understood that one. That's why I'm not using it here anymore. But there is no hate speech at all. Now, only your friend is going to tell you that your mouth stinks. But if enemy as a friend is going to be, supporting you until you get to the link of fire. Rather, this is a speech of love, not hate at all. Me, I don't like to go to link of fire. And when I see somebody misleading people, he himself will go there. And all the people he's also misleading, they will go there. So telling you that you are on the very, broad way, that should be a love speech for you not to go there. Okay, keep riding in the link of fire, okay? Keep pushing the message of bottomless pit, and keep telling people that it is heavy. Okay, that's what you people want to hear, what your ears wants to hear. You don't want to hear the truth that is going to put fear into you and run out of Broadway, or out of the Broadway into the way of narrow that is going to take you down to heavy. That is our belief, and I have the right to talk about whatever whatsoever that I believe. Let's put in scripture. This shouldn't take all my space. Now I want to do it. I couldn't play the video. I'm sorry. If you want to hear what I'm saying, you can go and listen to the native daughter Damila part 1 and 2. You're going to see that video over there. Also give it the title. You can also listen to it by yourself, where he also twisted the scripture. He disrupted Hebrew 30 verses 5. We have done that. So I wanted to put that part, but I can't now. Okay, let me also be subject to the authority. So listen, Ephesians, we are walking our way now from here. Ephesians chapter 4 verses 9. Now that he descended, what is it but that he also descended? No, I'm sorry, let me take it again. Ephesians chapter 4 verses 9. Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? Because he said, when a believer, let me tell you, the Yahweh of the Bible don't descend to the link of fire, it don't descend to hell, not at all. For him to use that energy, it will use it to change you, to transform you, to help you, give you now sufficient grace to work it out, help you now night and day to let go of that thing that's going to break eternal separation between you and he. He's going to give you sufficient grace to do that. He is not a Yahuwah after death. He is a Yahuwah that's going to prevent you from it. He is not a fire brigade or what they call fire brigade or whatever. No, he is not the firefighter. No, before he quench the fire not to come. He don't want you to go to fire. When you go there, when he ever put you there, you are a goner. That is the truth we always speaks about over in this place. So I want to tell you where the biblical Messiah descend to. Like what he says, you see now, the earth and this hair have 4 parts. Excuse me, what am I saying? It is plurality. Can I take it again? So I want to see, hellfire is not just one part. Grave is not just one part. It has parts, like he said over here. Let me take it again, the plurality of hell. That's what I want to look into. And he gave us, here, verses 9. Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? Parts, plurality. So one of see how many parts in here, and what part did he descend to? Let me tell you, he descend to hell. He never not even hell, the lower part of hell. He never descend to sinner that is being cast into hell. Rather, he descended to a repented sinner that was in the bosom of Father Abraham. It is called paradise. Though it's under the earth, but it is called paradise. Abraham bosom. Or put that. So let's put another scriptures, because his message, actually what is his message simply means you just keep on. If you are once a thief, keep on. If you are once a prostitute, liars and all these things that royal law condemned, that is going to disqualify you, that is going to put you outside the gate of Yehovah, that is going to cut you off from the message of Yehovah. That is what his message means, that you keep on ready in it. Yahweh cannot do you absolutely nothing. And if Yahweh don't like you living in sin, therefore he can come down to hell with you. That is just encourages wickedness. That is what this message actually means. Keep on ready in sin. When you go to hell, your God is going to come down over there and turn hellfire into whatever nonsense heavy of Jesus Christ. Nonsense. Listen, Acts Apostle chapter 2 verses 24. Whom Yahweh hath raised up, having loosed the pains of death, because it was not possible that he should be holding of it. Messiah go down there to lose the people that was in the pains of hell. Until he goes there, there wasn't a light in the bosom or paradise of Father Abraham. Everything was just concealed. The very day he stepped his feet right in that place, the whole place was lighted up with three colors of light: the gold, sun, and purple. What is purple? Simply mean early royalty. Okay, let's put some more. This is where he descended, not the bottomless pit. Okay, I'm not going to be reading it. You can also read it. 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 18 through 19 or so. 1 Peter, where am I now? 1 Peter chapter 3, 18 through 19. He went to go and minister to spirits. Who were the spirit he ministered unto? And this was also prophesied in the Old Testament about him descending to hell. Should we read it as Zechariah chapter 9, verses 9 through 11? And we also see Psalms, okay, 24, verses 7 through 10. And this, okay, let's quickly put that before we proceed. All right, now quickly, let's read this. Zechariah chapter 9, verses 11. No, 9 through 11. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, daughter of Jerusalem. See, your king comes to you, righteous and having salvation. Salvation is his name, okay? Gentle and riding on a donkey, on a couch, of a donkey. 10. I will take away the chariots from Ephraim and the war horses from Jerusalem, and the battle bow will be broken. He will proclaim peace to the nations. His rule will extend from sea to sea and from river to ends of the earth. 11. As for you, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will free your prisoners from the water-low part. Okay, from the water under the earth is going to descend and free the prisoner. That is the prisoner that we are in the bosom of Father Abraham. And again, until Yahushua comes, that Father Abraham bosom, this fallen deity that we are in the other part of the earth, hellfire, not hellfire, excuse me, hell, we are still having access because authority hasn't yet been given. Okay, Adam started from Adam way down to Yahuwah, John the Baptist. They were all there. Satan and all these nonsense fallen demons, we are still having access to them. But when he landed here, he break that power. Okay, and he flew our forefather. That is where he decided. We will see that now. Let's put some more. It was being prophesied in the old, the part he went to in hell. Not inside bottle of feces. Now, where I just quoted, I also found a very vital information over there prior to where we just read in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 9, that here is plurality. Okay, now let's confirm that in the book of Psalm 24, verses 7. You can take it through 10. Lift up your heads, O ye gates. You see the gates is also plural over here. And be ye lifted, be ye lift up, ye everlasting doors, plural. And the King of glory shall come in. If you have rather the gospel of Nicodemus, you can take it from chapter 12, where down to chapter 19. This is King David, we are reciting this. Who were the gates? It is the gates of hell. There are so many. Okay, not even one part at all. Now, okay, let me quickly see what next before we review to you how many compartments in hell. Okay, we are done. Why are we putting all these scriptures? For you to know the very parts he descended to in hell. Okay, here, let me just break it down. Have 7 compartments. You see, now this sky we are seeing here on earth is the decking that separates the heaven from the earth. Is the decking. Okay, we can see the sky. The sky can see us. Actually, it's the decking, but you are going to be seeing it as a cloud or as a sky with a natural eye. But spiritual eyes, you're going to see it's an actual decking. That decking a house. Okay, right now, YAHUAH has 3 compartments of a house. Okay, the heaven, then he put decking, the earth, then he put another decking, then the hell. It is 3. Always know YAHUAH is Trinitarian. I am Trinitarian. You are Trinitarian. You have soul, spirit, and body. In like manner, YAHUAH houses is 1 house in heaven and the sky, decking. Then another house here on earth. Then Abraham bosom actually is the sky to the hellfire. okay, is a decking to hellfire. So that's what we want to look into now. The very part Yahushua, the biblical Messiah, descent into. It did not descend to the people under inside the bottomless pit that is facing taking the penalty of living lifestyle of sin. He didn't descend to them. Rather, he descended to the repentant sinner right from Adam, way down to Yehokanai, John the Baptist. They were the people he descended to. The book says so. Not to a glory, people that glory in sin, descended into, when he put you into hell, you go nowhere anymore. Now, Luke chapter 16, verses 19 through 24, there was a rich man who was dressed in purple and fine and lived luxury every day. 20. At his gate was led a beggar named Lazarus, covered with sore. 21. And longing to eat what fell from the rich man's table. Even the dogs came and licked his sore. Okay. 22. The time came when the beggar died, and the angels carried him to Abraham's side. The rich man also died and was buried. 23. In hell, when he was in torment, he looked up and saw Abraham far away with Lazarus by his side. This is where my Messiah goes to. And this is the place he also called paradise. Paradise is not in heaven, it's under this earth. And if you are privileged as a born again elect, and I bet you whatever open your eye to see Abraham's bosom under the earth, oh no, you won't even bother yourself. You won't even bother. So you're going to be saying one thing: if I missed heaven, I won't miss this Abraham's bosom. It's even beautiful more than this earth. It's larger than the place we occupied here on earth. We occupy the earth is larger than though, but the place we occupied for now is only 30%. 70% water got the earth. Watered places here on earth is 70%. Where we don't do it, just occupied by sea water. The dry land we do is only 30%. And Abraham's bosom is larger than this 30% dry land we are dwelling in for now, until the restitution of everything. For now, the place we dwell in this dry land is the bosom of Father Abraham, which is also called paradise, is larger than this dry place. And Apostle shall also call it paradise. That is the vision I just quoted. So now, how many compartments in hellfire, or rather under the earth? First of all, like I said, Abel YAHUAH has 3 houses. 3, houses. 1 in heaven. And that heaven also got 7 heaven. Always knows that. 7. Okay. First, second, third. Abel YAHUAH dwells in the very last place, 7th heaven. And the earth is only 1, but we dwelling in a very small place. 70% is occupied with water. And Yahushua will come and restore the 70% water. Maybe the earth is also going to be 7 compartments, who knows? But under the earth, also 7 compartments. The Father Abraham person, which is also called paradise, it is the very sky that decked the earth from the link of fire. Now, hellfire have 7 compartments. Now, number 1, hell is called bottomless pit. That one is toilet. The gospel of Apostle Shehu, whom you call Paul, if you have it ready from chapter 31, way down to chapter 42, you can't even stand the smell. It's a toilet. It's a toilet where you dump every, stinking things into. That is one part. No, the very first part of hell is where demon dwells. Demon that hasn't yet judged. And all this demon again that is gonna be produced into flesh. We see Satan has children. Genesis 3:15 make it so clear that he's gonna share fatherhood with Adam, the first man. And in Genesis 6, we also see that Satan, in fact, even come to impregnate women. Don't tell me devil don't have sex. Don't. You are absolute mad when you said so. If devil don't have sex, then who is the spiritual man that is laying with you in your dream? Have you ever seen someone that have not yet having sex in the dream? Who is laying with you? Man, why are you having sex in the dream? Woman, who is having sex with you in the dream? These are demons. These are satanic movement. Journey with you in the dream. And physically is going to manifest. We all have that experiences. I'm not exerting myself, but it's wickedness. So devil has sex. Now we see that in Genesis 6. So the demon that is going to be reproduced into earth, we all once exist, whether you once exist as an angel or you once exist as a demon. You're going to be like Jeremiah, who once exists as an angel, like the 12 tribes of Israel. We also see that in Deuteronomy chapter 30 or so. Once exists as an angel. Even while they were still angel in heaven, the earth was named after their name, where they were still angel in heaven. Adam once exists as an angel. So we once exist as an angel or as a devil, demons. Okay? So that's why the Bible makes it so clear. Satanic children, they were once demons being produced into what? Flesh. And women happy there. And I can call that spiritual IVF, center. The very first place. That is where demon that hasn't yet been judged, and demon that still need to be produced into flesh, that is where they dwells. And that is Satan laboratory. The one that manifested as IVF. Lab. Creating people in the lab. That is the part of the very first place in hell. So which one is the second compartment? The second compartment is toilet. Where you throw feces, things you eat very stinks. The gospel, now rather the vision of apostleship, I will make that one too clear. I'm not going to be reading it. I will do that when I will redo this message again when I start doing live video. Okay, so that is the part, the second part of it. Messiah cannot descend to the first part. Neither the second part. His face is not the third part. What is the third part? The third part is like a oval. I saw that. I saw that very broad. It's like oval. Who is going there? The people that blasphemed. Blasphemer go there. Okay, blasphemer go there. Now the fourth part. The fourth part is just like a eyes. I also saw that. It's the eyes. Everything there is cold. Eyes freezing. And then the visions of Apostle Shehu have it. I saw that vision even before I read. I said, wow, before I read it from the visions of Apostle Shehu, whom you call Paul. So that is the fourth part. Now the fifth part is like a river. You will get drowned. We also have it in our book. Matthew chapter 18. You're going to be cast into a river. Okay. That is the sixth. It should be sixth part. Okay. Now the sixth one. The sixth one is the very bottomless pit himself. The second one is the bottomless pit. It's like toilet. That place stinks so bad. I mean, you even say, go ahead and say to me that that place, when we also have in Revelation chapter 9, you can go and construct. When the bottomless pit is opened, not bottomless pit, excuse me, this toilet, this very toilet, when it's opened, it said the smell from there is the sickness we are facing today. If devil also want to attack the earth, he will just go and open it. Come and see smell. The day I witnessed, I said, what? Oh my Abba. Stinks so bad. It stinks so bad. All the flesh of the people that died, that is where they are putting everything. Now the very seventh compartment, that is the area that is so horrible. The place they call link of fire. Everything, there is a river, but fire. Not just normal river like the other part. I also saw this. When somebody, they will just throw them into it, they will just get drowned. They will just get drowned. They will just be like a stone, be cast into a river. No power to nothing. Absolutely stop them. The other one is fire. That is you see, from the first hellfire, from the first hell of this Satan to the sixth one, all of them is going to be thrown into the lake of fire. It is step by step. Meanwhile, when you are here, the very first hair of Satan and the second part of Satan, you can see the scar. Because it's closer to Father Abraham Bosom. You can see it. We see that rich man. Can see it. Yes, I bet you was going to make them to be seeing it. Why are you sin against me? And the reason why I put you here, it is why you rebelled against me. You blasphemed me. Don't let these people mislead you. You see, they attacked the video already because they don't want it to go viral. And that really hurt them. We're also running somehow out of time, but I will reduce, like I always love to say, I will redo it again, okay? So I think I want to put the scriptures. Maybe I'm not going to be reading it. Where's the other part? Yes. We read that already. Luke chapter 16, 19 through 23, Abraham's side. Genesis 12, verses 2. Abel said, I'm going to make your name great. This is how he makes Father Abraham, his name, great. He has a place called paradise. Christ, Abraham's bosom, or Abraham's side, Abraham's, side or bosom, or paradise. This is how Abel makes a name great. And that is where the biblical Messiah descends to. Now, quickly, I also have to put this. In Yom Kippur, like a genuine believer, let me tell you, like the elect. Okay, let me put this, because he said it's not, this false Messiah and false prophet, they're going to deceive the elect. He said, but it's not utterly possible. Now, when you are still going to that Sunday madness, Sunday, still do all these things and being deceived, being the elect, you will go to Father Abraham bosom. Now, Sharia law is also coming. When Sharia law comes and you refuse, no matter what, you refuse to renounce Messiah, the little truth you know about him, you die in that, you are going to Abraham bosom. You are not qualified to go heaven, but you are qualified to go to Abraham bosom. And you are not so qualified to remain this in the new paradise. You are not coming, but that is your dwelling eternal. But come on now. Even the rich man longs to be in that place. Come on now. It is a side of comfortable. He said Lazarus is comfortable over here. So before Messiah comes, that is where every Old Testament saint goes. Let's put some more. Revelation chapter 1 verses 17 through 18. You're going to also see it over there. Yahushua said, I hold the key of death and Hades. Is with him. When it descended, landed the air the third day, a third day in the morning, I saw it from the gospel, the gospel of Nicodemus. Okay, I saw it over there, I read it over there. I gave it the link already from verses 12, chapter 12, way down to chapter 19. He flew everywhere to heaven. Now listen. In that when it descended, after Abraham, all of them worship him. All Isaiah, all the prophets, all of them begin to record King David, the royal king. Now begin to use Psalm 24 to sing. Say, open the gates now. Okay, there the gate, the prince of hell will answer him. Who is the King of glory? It was awesome, powerful. Okay, even Prophet Isaiah, or rather YAHUAH'S Isaiah, also recorded Matthew chapter 4, verses 15 to 16. The people that was in dark saw a great light. People that live in the regions of death, a light has shone on them. Until Yahushua come no light in Abraham's bosom. But when he got there, he lighted it up with 3 lights. The sign of the cross is also there. He left it over there 3 days and 3 nights. Who requested for that? The first Adam. The first Adam said, your cross has bring glory to heaven and it set people free on earth. And you also come down here under the earth to set us free. Please, now that sign of the cross, leave it now in here so that hell and death will no longer prevail over the elect. And Yahushua put it over there. Is Christ over there. Nobody temper it. 3 days, 3 nights is over there. And when he landed the hell, the Abraham side paradise, he lighted it up with 3 lights. Sun, gold, and purple. That's the 3 lights you're going to see when you get there. It was awesome. The very first day Yahuwah took me there, I said, wow, even though I don't make heaven, I make here. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done. Now, what did he do when he get there? He lay hold on the death. It's a deity. You will see that in Revelation chapter 9, verses 11 is the king of the bottomless pit. Yahushua lay hold on him. He deprived him of all his power that he's going to be using to send believers into darkness or into link of fire. I mean the elect, because believers are many, but the choosing, the elect. Okay, he deprived him of that power. That is the authority he took away from him. He said, I hold the keys of death and Hades. It's in my hands. He took it back. What he took from Adam. The authority he used to kill, right from Genesis 3, Yahushua deprived him of that power. That was the job he was just doing 3 days and 3 nights. And we also see the gospel of Bartholomew also make it so clear that he descended. The one 191 they descended 500 steps. The second day, the night and day, he descended 500 steps. And the third day, he descended 500 steps. And as soon as he is descending, here this is trembling. Demons were screaming because they know power is coming. He said the breath of him. I cannot stand. He said, allow me to run into my own stomach. I want to hide myself into my whole belly because the one that is coming now, this is Yahuwah himself. He did not descend to physics. Are you mad? Are you mad? In fact, you are mad in Yahuwah's mighty name. What did they call you? Ebedamina. You are absolute mad. All right, now let me also call the part. I called this one already. The Gospel of Nicodemus, chapter 12 through 15. Okay. Bartholomew, chapter 2. You can also read it 1 to 10 or 1 to 12. Matthew chapter 27, 50 to 53. When Yahushua arose, it said the saint that's fall asleep. That is the way. In the bosom of Father Abraham, there also arose, two sons of the high priest, Simeon, or what they call them, like Leontius and Sharino from Arimathea. They came to testify. They gave us the account of the Gospel of Nicodemus. So let's quickly see the other ugly side you're supposed not to, where he never descend to. The place where you're quoted, that's where he descend to. Where you never descend to in hell, I measured it unto you already. 7 compartments of hell. Don't go there. Luke chapter 16 again, 24. So he cried, so he called to him, Father Abraham, have pity on me, and send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, because I am in agony in this fire. 25. But Abraham replied, Son, remember that in your lifetime you lived your good things, while Lazarus received bad things. But now he is comforted here, and you are in agony. Where you descend here, no remembrance of you will ever be made. Be believing these people. After you have lived a luxurious lifestyle, like all this Oyedipo 5 plane, aircraft for one person, you are descending to the 7th heaven. And in that 7th heaven, you also have 4 compartments. That is the link of fire, also have 4 compartments. We will see that in Leviticus chapter 26. It said when you sin once, it said when you sin, that is grade by grade, I'm going to punish you 7 times. And if you don't stop, and you keep doing it, I will punish you 40 times. And if you keep riding on, I will punish you 21 times. If you keep riding on, I will punish you 28 times. That is the highest, hottest place in the lake of fire. And I also get that confirmation right in the Gospel of Apostle Shahu, that the place in the lake of fire has 4 torturing parts. Number 1 depends on your sin, which is the lower part of it all. 7 times punishment. That is said the fine is going to come up to your ankle. Now, if you are a 40-type sinner, that is double punishment. It's going to come up to your loins. And if you are a triple-type punishment, 21 times, it's going to come up to your neck. And if you are just the highest place to meet sinners, link of fire, that should be blasphemer, the people that blaspheme. Fire is going to cover every part of you. It said everything is going to be covered inside fire. So that is the hottest place in the link of fire. Let's put some. This mask could be just the one that ends in the ankle, because it could still see. But the one that cover your loins, you are gone. On the hottest place. Listen, 27. He answered, then I beg you, Father, should I do one because I still have a part, or should we preserve this where he descend to? Should we leave this one to where he descend to, because I only have 4 minutes? I don't think I will be able, or should I just be talking and I'll redo it again in another good time? I think so. He answered, then I beg you, Father, send Lazarus to my father's house so that they won't come here. He said, no way. Okay, let me read that part. 28. For I have 5 brothers. Okay, 29. Abraham replied, they have Moses. Okay, no. Then Abraham, 30 now. No, Father Abraham, he should go and preach the dead people's message. Like what we are hearing, TB Joshua is dead, is gone. Father one is inside fire. And people is coming and say TB Joshua is in the sky. This is bottomless pit message, okay? There is a great gulf. That's the area I wanted to read. There is a great gulf. Come on. You can't come to us. We can't come to you. Where is that part? Let me look for it. Very important. All right, now, verses 26, I think so. 25 and 26, yeah. But Abraham replied, Son, remember that in your lifetime you received your good things, while Lazarus received bad things. But now he is comforted here, and you are in agony. 26. And beside all this, between us and you, a great gulf has been fixed, so that those who want to go up from here to you cannot, nor can anyone cross over from there to us. Is a great gulf. When you enter here, it is over, eternal. You see, the lie he told you that when you believer descend into her, your God will also descend into that nonsense. Okay, and turn into heaven. Where's the scripture for that? I know that's what you want to hear. It's what your anxious ears wants to hear. So you never mind. So let's put some more. I didn't do it the way it's supposed to be, but I'm running out of time. Okay, but I will still do one more against him because he said God cannot kill. He's just saying all this things just to make you comfortable in wickedness. So we read that already. Where's the other place? Oh my eyebrow. Where's the other place? Luke 14. Okay, let me see. What was that? All right, Revelation 20 verses 14. You're going to see it over there. That every other part of it will be cast into the lake of fire. Where's the other part? First Peter. Okay. Where is it now? Second Peter chapter 2 verses 4 through 8. If Abel did not spare, so that Gomorrah did spare angel, why? What will ever make him to spare you? Now revelation. Oh, should we do this part 2? No. There is vital information over here. Okay. This should be part 1. Okay. Maybe on the Shabbat I will do part 2. I think so. So let's drop it over here. Who begins? Where he cannot descend. We see already where he descend to. And we want to also see where he cannot descend. It is toilet. He can't go to toilet. Now, it can't go to rivers. That stinks also, poro. It can't go there. The other one is feces. It can't go there. It so stinks. It can also descend into ice block. Now, it can also descend there. Maybe we're going to be reading this part. Yes, I think it's a good idea. So we'll read it in the visions of Apostle Shahu. So let's just leave it so. Where he cannot descend. I will prove all this compartment of hair over there. Where he cannot descend, and will prove already where he goes to. Is the sky, is the decade between the earth and hell. Okay, which is paradise, Abraham's bosom. That is where he descends to. So a sinner that is living a wicked lifestyle, though you are a believer, maybe, okay, we'll also read it. The sinner, the believer that also go there is in the gospel, is in the visions of Apostle Shehu, whom you call Paul, who also touched some part.